Hey everyone, it's Renee. Happy Monday, and I am here not going to flip my kitchen cupboards, but we're going to flip this place because I feel like in the last couple weeks we've kind of let it get out of hand. So today we are making a mac and cheese casserole my way. It's my way or the highway tonight. Okay, so what I'm making here to start off with this is a roux, and I have equal parts butter and flour, and I cooked it down until it bubbles, and then I'm going to get this milk in here going just a little bit at a time, and then continue to stir my roux, and then I'll get the breakdown of how we arrive at this mac and cheese, and I call it mac and cheese hot dish, because sometimes if you call it straight mac and cheese, they're like, this didn't come out of the Kraft box, this isn't mac and cheese. No, okay, we're not going to have any of this whining business. We're having macaroni and cheese hot dish. And I feel like sometimes if you term things differently, they will eat it. So now that my roux has thickened, and I'm going to use about a cup of milk, but it kind of depends on what you have. So I've got this roux going, and what I've done is you can either use leftover roasted butternut squash and onion, or you can use butternut squash and onion with just a little bit of broth in a crock pot. And whatever you do, you just got this leftover stuff, and you put it in a blender. So if you did the roasted method, you're going to add a little bit of milk. If you did the crock pot version, it'll be soft enough where you can probably blend it on your own. So now I've got this milky roux going, and from there what I'm going to do is add my squash. Now I'm not going to add all this because this might be too much. Normally I've done this in the crock pot and it travels really well, and it's really kind of amazing. But now I'm going to do this, and so I'm not going to add all of that in because it might be too much. Okay, so then I'm going to stir it around, and it's orange. Okay, that's fine, but I'm going to let this cook down a little. And keep in mind, I didn't really season my crock pot full of squash very much, so you're going to want a lot of sea salt in there. And that's one of the things that you're going to notice with this dish. If you don't have enough sea salt in it, the kids are going to like throw up a red flag right away. So bear that in mind. And so you're just going to keep going with this until you think you're going to taste it, what's close to what's a cheesy sauce. And then what you're going to do after you've got that down is add your actual cheese. Now, a Gruyere is what an original recipe, I don't even know how to say that, called for. I like to use a good melting Swiss, like Swiss, Monterey Jack, cheddar. After this cooks down, then I will add the cheese, and then I will add normally a travel size container of the Greek yogurt and a cup of cottage cheese. But I'm not going to do all that much today because I'm not doing a big crock pot full. I'm just doing one for the family. So as you can see, this is bubbling again. And hey, Christina, thanks for watching. This is a super easy way to get some, squash snuck into their diets because they don't typically like it like I do. The leftovers that you would have had in the crock pot, by the way, you can use for a roasted butternut squash soup. So there again, we're cooking once, eating twice. And I'm actually going to take this off now, and what I'll do is dump in the cheese and let that get all melty. And then I'll do the cottage cheese and the Greek yogurt. And then you would put it in a lined baking dish and let it bake at 375 for till it's hot and bubbly through. But since I'm not going to bake this until tonight and I'm not actually going to use the crock pot, I'll finish getting this incorporated, and then what I'll do is take it off the stove and put it in a measuring cup, and then tonight all I have to do is add it to the warm noodles and pop it in the oven. And this does keep in the fridge, and so if you ever wanted to take this to a potluck, which I successfully did last year without a kitchen, I had the cheese sauce separate from the noodles, and then I put it all together for the potluck, and it was great. I had a lot of people fooled that I brought mac and cheese, and I was like, no I didn't. Oh, that could be hot. So, my helper wanted to say hello. So we are taking back the kitchen tonight with some healthier meals because I know Christmas is on the way and we kind of get a little out of hand with things. And I don't want that to slide and let it ruin what I've been doing. So if you have any questions about this, I know it can be a little bit confusing in terms of measurements. I can email this to you and we can go from there. So if you have any similar tricks for your mac and cheese, let us know. And just want to say happy Monday, and next week if you're interested in some free fitness or free groups, I have a free group coming up next week, 12 Days of Fitness. So message me on either account. Happy Monday.